never stop reading the Bible. Welcome to this deep dive. Today we're jumping into 2 Chronicles, chapters 21 through 24.
Right. This covers a really intense period in Judah.
Yeah, if you know the books of Kings, some names might ring a bell, but Chronicles, well, it gives us a different angle, doesn't it? Often more detail on Judah specifically.
It really does. It focuses on the southern kingdom, the line of David, the temple. It has its own theological points to make.
So let's get into it. We're looking at several reigns here, quite a bit of upheaval.
Definitely a turbulent time.
Okay, starting with Jehoram in chapter 21. He takes over at 32, reigns 8 years, and it's described as, well, wicked.
That's putting it mildly. The first thing Chronicles highlights is incredibly brutal.
He murders all his brothers, just wipes them out as soon as he secures the throne.
Yeah, removes any potential rivals immediately.
Yeah.
It sets a pretty grim tone for his entire reign, Shows extreme insecurity, perhaps. And
Paranoia, maybe. Beyond that, he promotes idol worship, which is a huge reversal for Judah compared to some earlier kings.
a major departure. And Chronicles links this directly to political trouble. It mentions specific revolts breaking out. Divine judgment, in the chronicler's view.
And then Elijah steps in. Well, a letter from Elijah arrives, which is interesting timing itself.
Right, a prophetic warning, very direct.
It basically lays out the disasters coming because of Jehoram's wickedness affecting him, his family, his people.
And the text shows it happening. You get invasions from the Philistines and Arabs. They plunder the kingdom, even carry off his family.
It's devastating. And his death. It's gruesome. A disease just as prophesied.
And no honorable burial either. He's not placed in the royal tombs. Chronicles really emphasizes that the prophecy was fulfilled point by point.
It's a stark lesson about consequences. Okay, so after Jehoram, chapter 22 brings us his son, Ahaziah.
Who doesn't last long at all. Just 1 year.
And unfortunately follows the same wicked path. But the text highlights his mother's influence here, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Athaliah. She's the daughter of Ahab and Jezebel from the northern kingdom. Remember them?
Oh, yeah. Synonymous with Baal worship and trouble. So her influence is seen as really negative.
Definitely. And then Ahaziah gets caught up in the politics of the north and is assassinated. Very quickly.
Which leads to, well, an even darker turn. Athaliah sees her chance.
She makes a move for the throne herself. And to secure it, she does something unthinkable.
She tries to annihilate the entire royal family of Judah, her own grandchildren, nephews, anyone with a claim.
It's shocking. A complete power grab, attempting to wipe out the line of David entirely.
But one person acts bravely, Jehoshabeth, who is Jehoram's daughter, so Ahaziah's sister.
And also the wife of the high priest Jehoiada. That connection is crucial.
Right. She manages to rescue the infant Joash, Ahaziah's son, hides him away.
In the temple complex itself, for 6 years while Athaliah wrongfully rules Judah. An amazing act of courage, preserving the Davidic line.
Which brings us to chapter 23. 6 years have passed. Athaliah is still ruling.
But Jehoiada the high priest has been waiting, planning.
He orchestrates this really carefully planned coup. It involves the Levites, the guards, key commanders.
A full-scale, organized revolt centered around revealing the hidden heir, Joash.
They bring the young boy out, crown him king. Athaliah hears the commotion, rushes in.
And meets her end. Jehoiada ensures she's taken outside the temple grounds and executed.
A dramatic end to her reign. And then, importantly, there's a renewal.
Yes, a covenant renewal between God, the king, and the people, reestablishing their identity as the Lord's people after years of Athaliah's influence.
So Joash is now king, starting chapter 24. He's only 7 years old.
And he reigns for a long time, 40 years. But it's a reign of 2 halves, really.
Exactly. While Jehoiada, his mentor and uncle-in-law, is alive, things go well.
Joash does what is right in the eyes of the Lord, guided by Jehoiada. It shows the importance of good counsel, especially for a young ruler.
And a major project during this time is the temple repair. It had fallen into disrepair.
Right. Chronicles gives details about collecting funds, organizing the work. It's presented as a positive, righteous act under Jehoiada's guidance, restoring proper worship.
But then, Jehoiada dies at a very old age, honored for his service.
And that becomes the turning point, a really sad one.
The officials of Judah start influencing Joash, and they lead him back towards idolatry.
He abandons the temple, listens to bad advice. It's a sharp decline after such a promising start.
And Jehoiada's own son, Zechariah the priest, confronts Joash about this, speaks prophetically.
Filled with the Spirit, he warns the king and the people about forsaking God.
Joash's reaction is just horrifying. He orders Zechariah to be stoned.
Right there in the temple courtyard, killing the son of the man who saved his life and kingdom. It's a terrible betrayal.
And again, Chronicles links this directly to consequences. Divine judgment follows swiftly.
An Aramean army invades. Even though they're small, they defeat Judah's large army because, as the text says, Judah had forsaken God. Joash is wounded.
And then his own officials conspire against him.
They assassinate him in his bed, explicitly as revenge for the murder of Zechariah, Jehoiada's son.
And like Jehoram, he's denied burial in the tombs of the kings, a final mark of disgrace.
It's a tragic end to a reign that started with so much hope. Really underscores the themes of faithfulness, consequences, and the importance of staying true to the covenant.
A powerful sequence of events laid out in these chapters. From the Center Studio.